Hey, can I ask you a question? Is there any legal place to do donuts? No, seriously, I know. There isn't, right? There's no way. And if I get caught doing it, it's really bad. Was like exhibition of speed or something, or? So. Welcome back to the channel, folks. Welcome back to another beautiful day. Week 5 on lockdown here in sunny Southern California. And I am ready to lose my ever-loving mind because I want to get back to shooting real content with you all. But so many of you have asked for a point of view video on what it's like actually driving the Hellcat Redeye. So I strapped this ridiculous thing to my head and I'm gonna jump in that and take you for a ride today. But first, let's roll the intro.
Showing off, don't wanna have to wait tonight. Wait tonight. Better off, I'm gonna find my way tonight. Wait tonight.
Am I gonna film? No, I'm going to a camera convention. Look at my head.
I don't even notice anymore. You have so much crap everywhere on you.
Am I going to film? No.
You could come in with a tripod stuck up your ass crack and I wouldn't notice.
Are you going to film? I don't know, man. I think I'm going to film. I don't know what I'm going to go do.
With you?
Jeez,
it's always a mystery of what you're doing.
I got camera stuff all over me.
You always do, though. It's not like this is abnormal.
Alright, so before we get started in the POV drive, even though we're driving a little bit right now, I wanted to see if I can knock out a real quick line lock from the interior perspective. Stop. Let's throw the camera outside. Throw the GoPro out there. Actually. All right, let's get this done real fast. So, line lock. We're gonna go to race options, activate line lock. It says apply brake pressure, which I'm doing. Put it in drive. Follow instructions in cluster. Brakes all the way down. Press and hold OK, which is right here. Release brake, apply throttle. Ooh, man, I don't want to get in trouble, but... Alright, line lock canceled. No police, I'm full of smoke. Oh, this is what it's like inside the car, folks. Now, we go grab the GoPro. Look at all the rubber on the ground. Then get the heck out of here. Whoa. That's a lot of smoke. Okay, so that's like the most fun thing to do in this car, to me, at least. And I'm still breathing tire smoke, so let's get the windows down. Get the heck out of here. All right, so let's talk about driving this thing, what it's like, the experience, because it is something unlike anything else I've ever driven. And I've driven a lot of different cars. I mean, I've driven Lamborghinis, I've driven Hummers, I've driven some really interesting cars that'll make you scratch your head and wondering what the manufacturers were thinking when they built the cars. But this one definitely takes the cake of anything I've ever driven. Certainly driving a Lamborghini Gallardo was exciting and, you know, I'd say terrifying only because of the size of the car. Driving something this enormous, this big, this obnoxious is a different experience. You've got seemingly unlimited power, unlimited horsepower. You've got massive torque. I think it's like 700 pounds of torque in this 4,000 pound car in an enormous front seat, big huge hood, big wide body, and you've got some I don't know if this is a word, but nimbleness that you wouldn't expect. So this is a place I've found that when traffic dies down, there's literally no one here in Mexico that I can try the launch control, which is pretty cool. All right, so I have it set to 2,000 RPM. Wow. Woohoo! People, that is why I love this car. And I'm telling you, everybody says 1,500 RPM. 2,000 gives you just the right amount of wheel spin, but not too much. And then the car just takes off in launch control. Hey, let's go. Let's boogie. Come on, I need some good video. That's beautiful, man. That is freaking awesome. Throw me a rev. Throw me a rev. All right. That's great, man. He spent an extra 100 grand on his car than I spent on mine, and little secret here, folks, I'd rather have mine. You give me that Porsche, I would probably sell it and go buy a Charger and a Challenger Hellcat. So I would have both versions because I love these things. So the other thing, this thing will get away from you. You can get to 80 miles an hour so fast that it's not funny. So when you want to zip in and out of traffic a little bit, it's going to get you past the speed limit before you know it. So you got to pay attention, and especially when there's a whole bunch of cops over there doing stuff to people. I don't want to ask for attention. Now, some of you have asked about this mid-muffler delete, if it's super loud all the time. It's not. If you noticed, when I took my foot off the gas, it's relatively, there's another cop over there, it's relatively docile, and frankly it sounds like stock until you do that, then you can hear it. And you know, the cool thing about driving this is you're looking at, you know, hundreds of cars out on the road while you're driving around, and there's just nothing like it. I mean, you're not going to see another Redeye. I mean, everybody says, oh, well, you know, the demons are super rare, and you know, Redeyes are a dime a dozen. Man, I'm telling you, I don't see them anywhere. You know, I've driven this thing 3,553 miles, and I have not seen them. But look at that Porsche up there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And here's the deal with the Porsche people, just like the Corvette people. They don't want to dance. Not that I want to race, but let's see. Let's see. Dude, he's like, no offense, this dude's like 90. Like, see, man, drive that car. What I think's cooler than that Porsche is this Land Rover right here. That is really cool. I love that thing, man. That's right-hand drive too. I just love cars. I love people who love cars. I love all the cars except for that car right there. Oh, he's jumping on it. Go, buddy. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, I love it. All right, take everything I said about you back. I love you, man. Yeah, and that guy's gonna kill me. Awesome. That's what I'm talking about. You got that car, use that car. And see, we didn't do anything that was ridiculously dangerous. Neither of us got to 100 miles an hour. It was just a little pull. That was fun. That was fun. You're cool, dude. I was just talking on my video about people who buy those cars don't ever drive them, and then you drove it. I'm like, thank you. I'm looking for Corvettes right now, you know, because they never drive them. Take care, man. So while we're driving together, I thought I would address a couple comments and some messages I've gotten recently from some of you. I mean, yeah, this is the motivation part. So if that's not what you're looking for, you can fast forward, but I think it would help to stay. So I've had a lot of folks say, hey, look, you know, one kid, look, I'm 21 years old, I can't find a job right now, obviously with everything being on lockdown, what am I gonna do? You know, nobody's hiring. I don't want to get trapped in, you know, some crappy job, you know, that, you know, because I just take something right now. I'd love to get into real estate, but I'm pretty much out of money. What should I do? And then I had a plethora of retired people tell me, hey, look, I'm retiring. Some folks retiring from the police force, fire department, so they're relatively young folks in their 50s, and yes, that's young folks, especially nowadays when we're living to, you know, 90, and they're saying, what am I going to do the next, you know, 20 years? I'm trying to figure out, because I don't want to sit at home and be bored, and I can only watch your YouTube videos so many times before I am losing my mind. So I want to go do something. And real estate, you've inspired me based on your last video about what you do for a living, that I've always thought maybe I should get into that. So between the kid who, you know, doesn't want to get trapped in a regular job flipping burgers or something, and, you know, which nothing wrong with that, I did it, and the retired guys and gals out there that are saying, look, you know, I got to figure out what I want to do, and another guy saying, you know, I was thinking about getting into car sales or real estate. I'm like, you know, you couldn't find two more, you know, separate polarized things. You know, one, you're your own boss, it's your business. As a real estate agent, you work for a brokerage, but you are in charge of your future. And the other one, you've got to stand there and wait for business. So as a real estate agent, you're gonna have to go out there and hunt for the business. So what I told that kid, and I told oh, there's a nice charger right there, brother. Let's see. Oh man, darn it. He threw a rev. So what I told both those people is, here's the deal. Whatever it is you decide you want to do, get laser focused on it and then go after it. Don't sit around contemplating. So many people in the world spend more time thinking about doing things and then not doing them, and then trying to figure out what to do. And while they're figuring out what to do, you know, 2 years goes by and someone else already went out and did it. And, you know, some of the greatest success stories I've ever seen in my career, in my life, are people that don't overthink things and just make decisions. Sometimes I believe smart people have way less chance to get wealthy than not smart people like me that just do things. So, you know I want to go that direction, so I don't overthink it and I go that direction and I make things happen. So when I decided I wanted to be in real estate after the Air Force, I made that decision pretty rapidly after interviewing at a couple car dealerships and getting turned down because I loved cars, and realizing I need to do something now. And I went and sold cell phones while I worked on my real estate license, which took 3 or 4 months, and then got my real estate license and never looked back. But I never lost focus. Even though I was doing really good at selling cell phones, I was making way more money than all my friends were making, and I was going door to door in business parks selling cell phones. I mean, it was pretty amazing money. I mean, I was top salesman in the cell phone store. I mean, it was good money at the time, but it wasn't great money. And I knew that if I wanted to buy the cars that I love, that I would need to do something way different than what I was doing. And that's why I got into real estate. I wanted to drive cool cars. And everybody says, well, did you like homes? Well, no, I mean, I live in homes. I mean, who doesn't like a home, I guess? But, you know, why did you get in? Because I wanted to have a really cool car. That's why I did. And I figured the quickest possible way for a 21, 22-year-old to get a really cool car would be to find some way to make a lot of money. Well, something about being 2021 is, unless you're a genius, there's nobody lining up to pay you a whole bunch of money to do anything. That's just fact of life. You gotta accept that. And the other thing is, if you've been a fireman your whole life, there's not a whole bunch of people looking to hire you to do something that's totally unrelated to that. So you're gonna have a little bit of a challenge finding a job that pays you 6 figures or more. So you've got to figure something else out. And if you have a decent personality and care about people and want to help people and want to be part of a huge decision of people's lives, then absolutely get into real estate. So my answer to anyone who's saying, you know, I'm thinking about doing something, stop thinking and just start doing. Just stop thinking and just start doing. Nice Porsche.
All right,
Thanks, man. By the way, if you all think I'm doing this, talking to people because I'm on camera right now, no. My wife will tell you, man, I do this all the time. I see cool cars, I tell people. I figure, man, if you spend 100 grand, hell, if you spent 10 grand on your car and you put 25 grand into it, you deserve a compliment. You didn't do that because you hope nobody notices you. You did that because, man, you are proud of your creativity. You're proud of your, you know, what you've done here in creating this thing. And I mean, it's hard-earned money to make these things happen. And if you just bought a Porsche right off the shelf at the convenience store like, you know, that dude did, I mean, you spent 100 G's or more, like that other guy, a couple hundred, you know, I'm gonna give you a little compliment, man. So if you've noticed, I do shift a lot, and that's an old habit from my other fast cars I've owned. I love being able to not wait for this thing to downshift. I like to throw it down and get that super instant power and not have the car shift on me. It's just something I do. I'm sure I'm doing something wrong, but I enjoy it. So that's about half throttle, because if I do full throttle, the wheels will completely break loose. Woo, nice RT. Listen to it. Sounds good too. I had to catch that dude. Right here. Oh, yeah, that sounds good. Oh. Challenger, dude. I love that shaker, dude.
Oh, thanks.
That thing's nice.
It's nice with the white body.
Yeah, thanks. Folks, hopefully that was as enjoyable for you as it was for me, taking you on a point of view experience in the 2020 Hellcat Redeye Widebody. I love this car, no question. It is the most fun car I've ever had, and I absolutely enjoy sharing it with you all. So with that said, thank you so much for all of your support of the channel, and be sure to follow me on Instagram. Anybody who was questioning whether or not it's true that my wife does not know the difference between the red and the black key, I actually videoed her. So what's the difference between those two keys?
One has a red case, and the other one doesn't.
You're exactly right.
I know. Well, I'm really smart.
Yep, you're brilliant.
I know it. Don't I know it?
Yep. Good job. So, yours and mine.
I know, so why are you handing it to me though? I don't need it.
Okay, I'll put it back.
Yeah.
Just making a point.
What, yours is cooler?
Yes.
I don't like red. I like black, so.
Good. That's why black's yours. Because we get our own colors.
Yeah.
Yep. Pretty cool, right?
No, I got black because you liked the red better, not because you were trying to give me the color I liked the most.
Yep. Exactly. That's the
Be
reason.
honest.
That's the reason, because I like red better. You're right. It's the only reason. You're a genius, honey. Woo!
I know.
So with that said, thank you very much for watching. Please like, please subscribe, please comment, stay positive, and I look forward to talking to you in the next video. Bye-bye. See the overpass coming. This you always have to do. You can't go under an overpass. You could downshift a little bit so you get the most bang for the buck.